Kia ora, Canterbury, and welcome to Canterbury Live on Tuesday the 27th of January. Wow, our thoughts of course are out to the fire service and to the locals out at Arthur's Pass. The fire out there has actually tripled overnight, so it's very apt today that we actually have Bruce Irvine here from the fire service. We'll get an update from him about that, but yeah, our thoughts are definitely out there. Now, yesterday I did promise today we'll be giving away that wonderful Sunscape lotion, tanning lotion, and a spray tan thanks to Anna Harding from Pure Beauty in Wood End. So congratulations to Rhonda Candy. Rhonda, you will be able to enjoy a beautiful new tan thanks to Anna at Pure Beauty. All you have to do is just give her a call, and we'll give you a call and give her your details and make it all happen. You'll look radiant for those last few days of summer. Now, coming up on today's show, we catch up with Tuessa, trending with Tuessa. She gives us all the hot goss that's happening around the world. And Pat Germain is here. Now, she is a wonderful nurse, but today we're going to be talking maybe about a subject that you may go, oh, really? But it's about nursing at the end of someone's life. To Pat, she thinks this is a true privilege, so it'll be wonderful to chat with her about that. But first up, flowers, gardening. Yep, I do not have a green thumb at all, but thank goodness my first guest does, Peter Wasp from Terra Viva. Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Thank you, Andrea. Good to be here.
And look at you, bringing all this gorgeousness into the studio. Hydrangeas.
Great flowers, great plant, easy to grow, great at this time of year. A lot of things like roses are finished flowering now, whereas hydrangeas are really just coming into their own from Christmas on. They're good for picking. As I say, they're nice and easy to grow. There's lots of different sizes of plants. You can get quite low ones, you can get great big tall ones, you can even get climbing hydrangeas, different flower types, different colours. So yeah, we sell masses of them because they're such a good plant for your garden.
And they are glorious, aren't they?
Oh, they are. I mean, the flowers are spectacular. Most of the flowers are pretty big, and they make a great show pretty much anywhere in the garden.
And is there different flower types?
Yes, there are. There are these here. That's bred from what they call a paniculata flower type, which tends to be a longer flower with a lot of small petals. Then you've got your mop heads, that's your traditional hydrangea there, and then just down by must be your left foot, isn't it? Yes. Those are what they call lace caps, so they have the little bits in the middle and then the big petals around the outside.
And that's called strawberries and cream.
Yes.
What a lovely
Yes, that's been very popular. It's a new release, so you get that creamy centre and the pink around the outside, so it does look like strawberries and cream.
So when can we grow them then, Peter?
You can grow them in most places. They'll take sun or shade, or the coloured ones will. The white ones need to be in shade, otherwise the flowers will burn. They love water. Their name is hydrangea, and hydra is Greek for water. So they love lots of water, but they do like to drain away from them. They don't like to sit in boggy, mucky soil. So plenty of water that drains away. As I say, sun or shade, soil that's got lots of compost dug into it first, so they like quite a rich soil. If you're growing them out in sun, probably just give them part of the day in sun rather than the full day, especially in a summer like this where the sun is beating down, and they don't like too much wind. So a reasonably sheltered situation suits them well.
And really neat, you mentioned that you can actually have them inside.
Yes, you can.
Until they finish flowering?
Yes, I mean, you could bring any of those in for probably 3 weeks or so, have them inside. When the flowers finish, just take the flowers off and then plant them out in the garden. In fact, we start selling hydrangeas in early spring. The growers bring them on early, unnaturally early, but covered in flower. Sell them as a house plant. People use them inside, cut the flowers off, plant them outside, and then from then on they're an outside hydrangea.
Wow. So when you're planning a garden, and we're looking at maybe that potentially would love to have these glorious things outside, when should we think about that for a planning stage? Because they obviously...
Well, we have them for sale most of the year. We have our biggest range in the spring, obviously, and now. But from now on, the range will start to shrink a little bit. But most of the year you can get them. But people do need to be aware of the fact that you can get a lot of different sizes. We've even got a new variety that grows literally 3 to 4 metres tall. So it's like quite a big shrub. And it's got lovely, very long white flowers, like this, but considerably longer than that and whiter. That actually is a lime green, and it's called, I forget the name, I'll have to look at the label, won't I? It's called Limelight.
Oh, of course it is.
Because it looks like limelight, doesn't it? Yes.
And it takes the limelight. That'd be fantastic along a bordering fence, wouldn't it?
Yes.
If it's going that high.
I've actually got them at home, and we've got a almost black, a charcoal garden shed, and I've got them along against that, so it shows up. It looks stunning.
Stunning frame for it, wouldn't it?
It is.
We should care for them though, to keep them, shouldn't we? I believe you've got some special bits and bobs.
Yes, well, one of the problems that people seem to run into with blue hydrangeas, they buy them as blue like that, they look absolutely stunning, they put them in the garden, and the next year they start flowering pink. And the reason for that is that all our water in Canterbury comes up through the aquifers.
Right.
And of course, as it comes up through the aquifers, then we get lime coming up with the water, and lime creates alkaline conditions in a garden.
Right.
And pink and white hydrangeas love alkaline. So you need to get the soil back to acid conditions. And so you just add, that one there is called
Hydrangea blue.
Hydrangea blue, and it's aluminium sulfate. You just put that around your pink hydrangeas, and it will actually turn them back to blue. But the one that I find is the best, and this is what I use at home now, is the acid fertilizer. That's the food that you use for rhododendrons and camellias and daphnes and all those, what they call acid-loving plants.
Great.
Sounds like a drug problem, doesn't it? These are acid-loving plants, guys.
Acid-loving plants.
Yeah. But if you put this round, it increases the acidity around the pink hydrangeas, and the following season they will go back to blue.
Fantastic.
I've done it at home, and it works really well.
Good on you, Peter.
Yeah.
Great catching up today. Thank you so much for bringing the hydrangeas.
Not
Look
a
forward to
problem.
next time. What do you think we'll do next time?
We'll probably do begonias.
Lovely,
How's
lovely,
that?
lovely. Hey, stay with us after the break. We catch up with Pat.
Tout est question de choix.
I'm selling my home with Gavin Top of Harvey's because I know he'll get me the best possible price. Gavin even guarantees it. His buyer's price declaration guarantee gives me confidence knowing I'll get the best possible price for my house. I know I can trust him because he listens to what I want to achieve and goes the extra mile to get great results. If you want to get Gavin's highest possible price guarantee like I am, give him a call or take a look at his website and he'll get you sold.
Our new companion package is a personalised service for those that need extra help and support. A cost-effective solution for someone who needs more than just a taxi driver. Our drivers are handpicked from our experienced team and specialise in providing the right support and companionship. Home safe every time with Blue Star Taxis.
Welcome to Caltex Redwood. We're a family-owned business proudly supporting our local community. We're open 24/7 for fuel and shop goods, and we have an amazing team of people ready to help you. Save at least 6 cents per litre using AA Smart Fuel cards. We also offer great value on our LPG bottle fills. We have a full workshop and Bridgestone Tyre Centre. Our mechanics and tyre technicians will get your car sorted. Caltex Redwood. We're just down from St Bede's on Main North Road. Caltex Redwood. What drives you?
Welcome back to Canterbury Live, and I'm very grateful to be joined by Pat. Nurse Pat today, not Postman Pat, but Nurse Pat. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Now, we were out yesterday, we had the privilege of being out at St Elisa yesterday and met a gorgeous couple, Dennis and Daphne. They're so lovely, and if you watch on Friday, we've got a lovely clip of them, 60 years married. What a gorgeous couple.
Just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, but today we're talking about something a little different. We're really talking to you as Nurse Pat, and we're talking about nursing at the other end of the spectrum, as in those final days. And you said to me, I love it.
I do.
Why?
I do. It's funny because people say, oh, you work in a rest home, that must be so depressing. But it's not at all. It's a real privilege. And especially those last few days, you know, if somebody's in the dying process, and it's going to happen to us all at some stage, it's just such a special time to share with people. It's such a privilege because not many people share those moments. It's really, really special. And as a nurse, you can do something. You know how often you want to be able to do something for somebody and you don't know what to do? As a nurse, we can. And that's really lovely. You can make sure it's comfortable, it's pain-free, there's no funny noises and all those sorts of things. And you look after the families. Families need a lot of support and cups of tea and coffee and just a wee touch and just to be there. It's just lovely.
But not everyone has families though, Pat. That's the sad thing, isn't it?
Most people have somebody somewhere that comes out of the woodwork. Some people don't, and we make sure we always stay with them, so there's always somebody with them. Yeah.
So if you are looking at going into nursing, for you, you enjoy the whole of nursing, but this is the part that you find most rewarding.
I do. There's so many different aspects to nursing. There really, really is, you know, and when you start nursing at 17, you know, only a couple of years ago it was, you just really don't quite know which area you're going to go into. You know, you can go into theatre, you can go into all sorts of things. But I loved aged care and I loved terminal care. Just love it.
So just talk us through it. When you've had someone that obviously has been diagnosed that they are terminal, what process do you start as a nurse to looking after them?
As a nurse, you're working with the doctor closely and you make sure that there's proper pain relief, that nobody should ever be in pain. There's proper pain relief, there's proper comfort. There's, they're in a position that they want to be in. You know, some people like to sit up, some people like to lie down. Or the positional thing is important, that people are comfortable in their cares because sometimes near the end they can't move anymore themselves. You know, you have to move them and turn them and make them comfortable, keep their lips moist, all that sort of stuff. And help the families, because the families wonder what's going to happen. What's going to happen next, Pat? What's going to happen now? What's going to happen with Mum? So it's nice to be able to talk to them, but no two people are the same.
No?
No two people are the same. And that's what makes us human, isn't it?
Well, very much so. And it is a sad time. But then it could be, and I know you've pointed out as well, they could have been quite ill for a long time.
And sometimes it's a nice time because people haven't been well or they've had a really big long life and they've had enough too. They can't wait to depart these shores.
What was the analogy you gave yesterday about
climb up the golden stairs? To climb up the golden stairs. And I always say they're ready to flap their wings. Flap their wings and be free. Climb up the golden stairs and maybe meet up with their husband or somebody who's gone before, you know, and they just can't wait to do that. My mum did. She was just busting to get to be with Dad again. Whether it happens, who knows? Nobody comes back to tell us. Nobody comes back to tell us. But, you know, some people have had enough. They're not well, and it's no difference to you and I. You know, if we weren't well, you'd be really frustrated and you can't do things you used to do, and you've seen your kids grow up and your grandchildren and everything else, and sometimes it's just time to leave this world.
I think
and to do it in peace and with respect. And
that's the key,
nice.
isn't it, though, Pat, is with respect, isn't it?
Oh,
because as you
definitely.
said, they've lived a full life. They've been a father, a mother, a brother, a son, a businessman, and it's their time just to, I've done my bit here. Hey, thanks, Pat. That was wonderful to share that with us. See, that's why you do what you do.
And I love it.
And you love it, and that's the main thing. Well, one thing I used to love as a child every Sunday morning was listening to the stories on the radio. Yes, very foreign, isn't it, listening to stories on the radio? And here's one that I very much did love.
I'm a little fire engine, Flick is my name. They won't let me put out fires, isn't that a shame? Someday I'll be big and strong and fight everything. When there is a fire, they'll say, quick, call the little engine, quick.
Flick, the little fire engine. Flick. The T-H-E.
Are Are you cringing or are you smiling?
I'm smiling.
You've got a smile.
Absolutely.
And don't tell me you didn't listen to Flick the Fire Engine.
Of course I did.
And is that where it's all started? It was like, I just want to be a fireman.
No, it was a little bit later. But those sort of messages are perfect for our kids of today.
They are, aren't they?
And that's where it starts. And most of our education is all based on information like that to our kids.
Yeah.
And it is just great.
It makes you smile.
Yeah, thanks. Let's not do it again, though.
No. Okay, let's fast forward to present time.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Overnight, it's tripled in size, the fire at Arthur's Pass. How's the team?
Well, it's a rural fire, so they're working obviously very hard on it, and it's going to take a long period of time. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about that particular job, but these ones out in the rural area, it's so dry at the moment, they get out of control. And someone, somewhere, who started it or however it started, could be up for a huge bill.
Yeah.
Because people are liable. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is there is a prohibited fire season. Okay, and what does prohibited mean? It means you cannot light a fire.
Sounds simple enough, doesn't it, Bruce?
It does sound very simple. Do not light fires. Remember when we talked about the barbecues? That's the only thing. So go and test your barbecue, make sure it's working, and use your barbecue. But don't use open flames at the moment. It's just too dangerous. Absolutely too dangerous.
So what has happened over the holiday period? I mean, we've had so many.
So many fires.
Yeah.
In the last week alone, Christchurch metropolitan area responded to 144 incidents, of which 10% were false alarms.
So what's a false alarm?
Well, that's where people either call us up and they've seen smoke, because everyone's heightened about things at the moment, so they'll call us, but what happens is that it's actually a truck driving by down the dirty road. So in those situations, we've got to turn out volunteers generally in these rural areas. So they've got to leave their jobs, they've got to then respond to the incident, and then they've got to see whether it's actually a real job or not.
Oh no.
We want people to call us, but we also want them to be sure of what they're calling, because a false alarm, even in this heightened season, draws the volunteers who are working so hard at the moment around Canterbury, and Flock Hill's one. They're just so busy that they've actually been taken away from their other lives, their families, their work, because they do this to help the community.
And you've just touched on something there. There's also, the greater business, because their employers
are being
losing their
affected.
employees for this amount of time.
Absolutely. It's good that a lot of councils have contractors, and they engage with their contractors and provide a contracting service. So some staff are paid, and that's good, because the fire season is short. And we're right smack in the middle of it. So we just are desperately asking people to be so fire conscious, so fire aware about what's going on. I think the biggest thing at the moment is, everyone's going, what a lovely day today is. A bit of rain, bit of moisture in the air. And do you think things are going to change? No. We could rain for this whole week and the fire season will not change. And it could bucket down this week and it still won't change. We are so dry that even any rain and any precipitation at the moment won't change the fire season. It is so severe. So we're just asking people to really, really think about what are they doing in places, like the beaches we talked about, go and enjoy the beach. Absolutely go down there and enjoy the beach, but just don't light a fire down there. We don't need it.
No.
And if you do, you're probably going to get a $20,000 fine or the cost of putting out the fire. Now, the cost of putting out fires can get into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And the councils are allowed to claim against people who start fires.
Which is great, isn't it?
Well, it's the worst case scenario. Let's avoid the fire in the first place. Let's just be fire safe. Let's not have a barbecue down on the beach somewhere near very dry sand.
Maybe you need to barbecue them just quietly, rather than paying it back. I mean, that's it.
What do you think the community can do? I really just think they need to be vigilant. You know, local communities like Pines Beach are really vigilant now. They're getting out there and having a look. Keep aware of who's in your community and doing what on the beaches in rural areas. Farmers need to be super vigilant with their work.
Yeah.
A lot of fires are actually caused by the working of machinery. So let's not do it in the middle of the day when it's the hottest. Let's do machine work in the early morning. There's a bit of dew around, it's not so hot. Let's do it later in the evening. Again, it's not so hot. So even these ambient temperatures change fire dynamics so much.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Bruce. Our thoughts are definitely with the crews as well and out there as well. But I see that passion in your eyes. But this is not the last of Bruce. Bruce is going to see us over the year and touching base with us because it's a very, very important issue. Stay with us after the break. She's pulling on her heels. We're trending with Teresa.
Love music? Love summer? Then Ingham Lazy Sundays in the beautiful Botanic Gardens archery lawn is just the thing to get you enjoying the outdoors this summer. Every Sunday through January and February, and it's all free. So take time to recharge with family and friends, relaxing and listening to some great music from top musicians. View the lineup at summertimes.co.nz today. Ingham Lazy Sundays, putting summer into your Sundays.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring moving company. Oi!
We all know the best thing you can do for your body is eat fresh foods in their natural state. The same applies to your skincare. Southern Skin provides a skincare range with fresh, locally sourced ingredients, plus natural preservatives and emulsifiers to produce the best nourishment for your skin to unleash your healthiest complexion. New Zealand olive and aloe skincare for young or old, men, women and children. There is a product in the Southern Skin range for you. southernskin.co.nz.
And here she is, gorgeous Teresa.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good.
Yes?
Just, being back at work and stuff.
Yeah, and what is happening around the globe?
Well, I thought we'd start off with a bit of fashion yay or nay, just because the Golden Globes were obviously, they just happened, and there was quite a lot of style going on. And I think we've got a picture of Lord from New Zealand, yeah, in this gorgeous pantsuit.
I love it.
This is from Narciso Rodriguez. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, you did. That's beautiful.
And she's wearing a Neil Lane diamond necklace, which I just shudder to think of how much it actually cost.
And it was really cool. I was watching a little bit of E! On the red carpet. And what's his name? American Idol. What's the guy's name?
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
He was interviewing her. I thought, wow. How cool is that? How old are you? And you're actually on the red carpet.
She's only like 18 or something.
I know,
yeah.
and you're being interviewed by Ryan Seacrest. That's pretty cool. But she looked sharp. She looked schmicko.
And the pantsuit was totally in. Like, that was the thing.
Everyone
Everyone was wearing. It was on trend. But I mean, is it trendy? Or is it not? I mean, because we discussed this last week.
Yeah, I don't think it's trend. I think it's fashion. That there will never date. She could put a white, crisp, even this shirt, a tuxedo shirt underneath it. Another look.
Exactly.
But it has to be a tailored pantsuit. Don't put a...
But it was quite feminine. Like, if you see with the midriff showing, slight bit of cleavage there, Yeah,
no, I thought she looked really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
I like it when she has her mop controlled. I think it's quite nice when it's all
quite a nice
slack.
different look as well.
Yeah. Okay, who else we got, lovely?
So we've also got Julianne Moore, who was voted with one of the best dressed in a Givenchy sequined couture dress.
Ooh, listen to you, girlfriend.
Yeah, I know.
That is... beautiful. She's stunning. I just saw her on a movie with, it was a plain one where it was, oh God, I'm talking on the air now and I'll forget it now.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson, and she was brilliant in that. She is, how old is she? I thought she's late 40s.
A lady never tells, but yes, late 40s.
Late 40s. She is gorgeous. I love that lovely auburn red hair. It's beautiful.
I know, and she just goes so natural. So now, speaking of trashy or trendy, I just thought I'd pop this one here. We've got an image of Kim Kardashian in a fur bikini.
How does that
in the
work?
snow. I have no idea.
It's snow, and it's all that surf
she's in
behind
the
it?
snow. No, she's in the snow.
Wow.
Wearing a fur bikini.
Okay.
And it was
That's
a photo
interesting.
shoot with her hubby Kanye.
Oh, so he's shooting it?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, he dips his little toe and everything, doesn't he?
I know, but I mean personally, I don't think it's fashionable at all.
Wow,
It's
no.
a little
It
bit.
looks very cave girl.
It does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I was reading an article about her.
Outrageous.
Did you hear about that? She's doing the whole waist training. So they wear corsets to train their waists.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, so she's an advocate for that.
That would be kind of painful, though, wouldn't it?
You wear it. You wear it all the time.
Could you sit down?
If you're sitting here now, you'd be wearing it.
Oh God,
and
I wouldn't be
you're
able to
doing
breathe.
everything, exercising with it as well. I mean, because yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now Calvin Klein.
So Calvin Klein, really famous for like having their really famous underwear models. So Mark Wahlberg, as you can see here, he was one
he
of
wishes
the...
he looked like that still.
Oh, I know, but he's still a beautiful man.
Oh yeah.
You know, but they've drummed up a little bit of
That's not a
controversy.
6-pack. That's an 8-pack, Teresa.
It's more like a 12-pack.
Wow. Yeah.
With Justin Bieber as the new face and body of this spring collection.
That is photoshopped. Seriously, is he really not ripped, but as in his guns? Is he really that big?
I don't know. I mean, I've never met him in person, but
No.
it's, yeah. So he's drummed up a little bit of controversy because obviously he's a little bit different. Now this guy.
Wow, who's that?
This is the lead actor in 50 Shades of Grey.
Is it really?
And in a recent poll, he came out on top for the hottest Calvin Klein underwear model.
Wow, we've got to wind it up quite quickly. Talking about, we have to have a big lead up to the whole 50 Shades, of course, coming out
Exactly.
on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Okay, and Coronation Street, sadly.
Anne Kirkbride passed away at the age of 60.
Yeah.
But we'll still be watching her.
Yes, for 18 months she'll still be on our screens. Isn't that unbelievable? A little bit eerie, but anyway, see you in a couple of weeks, darling. Take
All right,
care.
see you then.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow we catch up with Pablo Godoy, Relationships Aotearoa. See you tomorrow.